There are no gears.
Last time, F let ChatGPT tell him how to fix the drift car. On paper, it looked simple. In reality, it wasn't.
Oh shit!
Today, F's fitting the parts exactly how AI tells him to.
Is that gap supposed to be there?
And we even got help from a pro drifter.
Martin Cowley absolutely flying.
If he gets this wrong, the car doesn't drive. And somehow, it got worse before it got better.
Not like a chicken nugget down the M1, but maybe like a samosa in a...
But if ChatGPT's right, this should work.
We have parts. Shout out Doug. He's given us a donut. Second hand, but he assures me one lady owner from you, low miles. Some spare bolts and nuts because, well, we lost some of those. Let's fit some parts. Linkage, as you can see, is actually now intact and in. Obviously not secure. So I guess, oh, okay. Oh, that's handy. That just clipped right on. Is that it? Wait. Shout out, Doug. I don't know if that's... Leave a comment if that's all it was. But if that's all it was, then problem solved. On to the next one. I have a new prop shaft donut for the E46 3 Series. Let's get this back in. I just need you here for some sanity check. Just talk me through the process. I've got the cast stripped, old donut out. Walk me through step by step, getting this new one in.
First step, you'll want to line up the new prop shaft donut exactly the same way the old one was oriented. Usually there's a marking or a pattern that shows you which side faces where, so just double check that. Next, you're going to slip it onto the prop shaft and then align it with the flange on the gearbox or the gist.
Wait, let me stop you there. I'm not sure which way in it should go, so can you tell me what marking I'm looking for as to which side should be facing the rear of the car?
To keep it simple, if you see any kind of arrow or label, just align that as per the manufacturer's guide. If there's no marking at all, you...
Right, I've had enough of her because my 1962 phone just can't keep up with ChatGPT. I'm gonna bando this and I'm gonna... No, we've got a picture. From it being in there, I would assume it's this way around. Because A, there's no writing on this side, and same here. But also those ridges look... Yeah, we're gonna go this way. Bumper rascals. Right, boom. 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 Oh my God. I'm already wanting to give up, and I'm like 30 seconds into this whole thing. Hold on. Right, there's 3 bolts, right? This is getting silly. Right. I've got 1, 2, 3 bolts, right? I've got 3 in my hand.
At this point, F realizes that there are 6 holes in the donut and...
There's only 3 bolts that go onto that there. So where do the other...
One would assume the other 3 holes would be for the drive shaft. Let's see what F's solution is.
I'm only gonna put 3 on. I think the rest are just surplus for requirement. Maybe they're just there for like spares and stuff, I don't know.
You idiot. You're honestly an idiot. I don't know what's wrong with you.
That bolt goes through the prop onto the donut, or through the donut even. That is just going through to nowhere, really. Hello, love. Quick question for you. The donut has 6 holes in for 6 bolts. However, the prop shaft only has 3 holes in, as does the gearbox side. Oh wait.
Gotcha. So that's actually pretty normal, and it can be a little confusing at first glance. Basically, the donut is designed to have those 6 holes so that it can bridge between the 3 holes on the prop shaft and the 3 holes on the gearbox or the diff side. So what you're going to do is you'll align it so that every other hole on the donut lines up with one of the 3 holes on each side. In other words, you're going to bolt it in a sort of triangular pattern on each end.
I figured it out.
You're a goddamn genius.
3 holes up here, 3 holes here, 6 holes here. So 3 bolts attach it to that, and 3 bolts attach it to that. Okay, so now. I had a feeling this was gonna happen. So now, do I have the clearance to get this? Ah, look at that. Look at her. Why is that not Look how far away that is. That's not supposed to be that far. Nah, hammer. Okay, so I can't find a hammer. We're gonna use this and just...
Are you serious right now, bro?
I'm thinking, just by trying to put it through, maybe the bolts and the nuts will just help it all get enough length, because, I mean, it's not gonna go any more forward. Hello, love, I've got a problem. So, as it stands, I have attached the donut to the gearbox side with 3 bolts. Now I've come to attach the drive shaft to the donut, sorry, the prop shaft to the donut with those 3 bolts. There's a gap between where the prop shaft goes into the donut and then the bolts aren't making it all the way through the donut for me then to secure. It almost looks like my prop shaft is too short or something.
Basically, the prop shaft might not be fully seated forward enough to close that gap. So what you probably need to do is just gently push or slide the prop shaft a little bit closer toward the gearbox so that it lines up flush with the donut. Once you do that, the bolts should be able to reach all the way through. So it's not that the prop shaft is too short, it's just that it's a little out of position. Just give it a little nudge forward, line it up, and then you should be able to get those bolts all the way through and tighten down.
As we suspected, the prop shaft is not too short, but it will just need a bit of Asian persuasion, as they say. I've got an idea, I've got an idea, I've got an idea, I've got an idea! I've got an idea! I reckon. Wait, oh, maybe not. Unless it goes that way. I reckon this might have spun, because look, that gives me more height. And that looks like it's, I don't know. Have a look on this side. Oh, I've done it! I have done it! I've done it! I'm a mechanic! That was it. Big gun. Wonderful. Is that gap that my wrench can fit in there? Is that gap supposed to be there?
At this point, F decided to phone a professional, Martin Cowley. He's a pro drifter and someone who actually knows what they're talking about.
Martin Cowley absolutely flying as he gets nice and high.
So naturally, F ignored what half of ChatGPT said and asked Martin instead.
I need help. So...
Yeah, it looks like the end yoke is falling off.
What does that mean?
So, you know that 3-bolt flange?
Yeah.
What's held on the gearbox? It looks like that's coming undone.
Okay, is that something I need to care about?
Yes, so you need to take the donut off, and the prop off,
Yeah.
and there's a big socket.
Oh, yeah. I just placed that in. Do I need to tighten that?
What, that yoke?
Yeah.
It's called that 3-bolt. Yeah, you need to, there's a big nut on it.
Yeah, that's it. That nut came off and it was in my hand and I just placed it back in.
You idiot.
You idiot.
Just place the nut back in and just hope for the best.
I'm fucking very new to this.
You basically need to do that up tight. What happens with that is it's normally because your bushes are gone or the centre bearing's gone as well.
What's a centre bearing?
The bit after the prop, but in the middle of the prop.
Oh, this bit.
Yeah. Is that worn?
I don't know. How do I know if it's worn?
Does it move around like a chicken nugget down the M1?
Not a lot. Not like a chicken nugget down the M1, but maybe like a samosa in a...
I bought a socket and I had to machine it down to make it thinner.
Oh shit.
So you might have to get the grind. If you've already undone it, you should be able to tighten it back.
I actually never undone it. It was just loose in there.
Oh, so you might have to get the angle grinder out and grind the end of it down to fit in the...
You really overestimate my mechanical abilities. I'll back in a second. 5 bolts off. Last one. Boom! Right, pull this out and see. Oh god. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Right. That. Can you see it? That's what we remember earlier on. We took this off and was like, what was that? Oh, there you go. You see that? Now it's seated. Now that's seated. Now I need to get that secured? How do I secure that? That's what he was saying is a real big pain in the arse. We found said tool, as you can see, it goes in. Weirdly enough, right, this is a 30mm as well. We tried it on a 30mm, it didn't work, so I don't know if this is some fandangled wizardry. This goes, oh no, back to problems. This is the thing that was loose. That's obviously what goes into the gearbox. This goes inside that. And then you have to tighten that, which affixes this to the gearbox. It was loose, and as Martin Cowley said, if I leave it loose, it will just pee out all the oil. Now the problem I have is I don't have a tool to go in and tighten said thingy. I'll be back after probably searching for the right, what is this, a socket? Socket. I need to now go find the right socket to fit in there. Right, it's Monday morning, check this out. Socket, bolt nut thing. Yeah. Right, however, because it's Monday morning, the garage is actually live around me. We had been told this had to get off the ramp at the weekend. That's what we agreed to. This is going to be the fastest repair job in the world. These men were like, oh, have you talked to it? I was like, yeah. Talk life out of it, mate, yeah. I also lied to them and told them that I checked ChatGPT for what torque settings it should be. I set it to 160. I just feel that. Oh, my friend. See, look, I'm losing tools as well now. They're just taking tools out of my hand. Right. Donut is affixed to gearbox. Now, we will affix prop shaft to donut. Final bolts. Once this is done, we put that, tighten up that center bearing thingy for that prop shaft, and she's done. Donut replaced. Prop shaft re-secured, bolted and tightened, all sorted. Center bracket thingy for prop shaft done. That's mint. Yeah, that's... She's alive! Lots of lights on the dash, but that's fine. But we have gears and we have momentum. Will the clutch kick break the car? Nope. It's still mint. It still works. Oh my God. My name's Ed and I fix a drift car using AI.